I'm just doing a little video of Arthur to do a before and after, and just a check to see how he's going. I might actually come in the paddock. It's not good to the fence. Hang on. Okay, so I'm trying to get him from the same kind of angles that he was in when I first got footage of him. That's in there. So I'm going to use this for some before and after, make it before and after footage, and do a really good comparison of how he's going, and an objective comparison, because he's still obviously underweight, but I actually think he's put on weight. I look at him now and I think, he's such a good boy. I know. Hi. What am I doing? Hey. Very good. I know. What am I doing? See, this is not as bad. I don't think that's as bad. A terrible angle because his back feet is like, because his back's higher than his front, like he's not standing straight. And he's got a sway back. It's hard to actually get a good profile of his rump, but I think he's filling in. I'm actually getting relieved, because I look at him and I just despair, and I need to pick out his hoof like that. He's doing that when he had the leech. Okay, I'll do some before and after and make a nice little combination so we can actually see some objective progress. Look, so he's being fed about 6 to 7 kilos of food a day, and he's got heaps of pasture, and honestly, I'm not happy with his weight, and I'm making a decision of what to do about that. I just I found out what he was wormed with just before he arrived, and the actual date of it. I'm going to worm him with an alternate worm, and then give him 2 more weeks after that, because he hasn't been wormed for encysted strongles, and I mean that could be a possibility. Otherwise, I mean, I don't think. Look, I'm not happy with that. Like his back end, that's just not good enough. He's a good boy though. So I'm at a point where, can I afford a sick horse on top of a lot of responsibilities, and potentially burying another horse, and it'll be a wait and see, and it'll have to be a decision making process, and I may have to see if there's somebody else that can take him, because I just can't go the full hog with him. I've got so many financial stresses, and I know I did take him. He's a lovely boy. He's a good boy. But that's all I can do. I did an actual. I took a video of him to show of the differences before and afters. And when I really looked at it, he put on a bit of weight at the beginning, and he's just stayed the same. And I know it's going to take a while. Cleo was very thin, but like, this is just crazy that just this stuff. His back end and the spine and his hips and flanks, that is so hollow, the rump. So we'll just give him, if he's actually seriously unwell, I don't know what to do. I don't want to dump him. I'm not going to dump him so that. I'm just struggling so much at the moment. We've had a family, we had some unforeseen circumstances come up you know, made very close family members ended up in hospital and through no fault of their own, and I'm struggling to make ends meet at the minute. It's just, you know, but at the same time, I mean, I do have a duty of care to him, and I would never just dump him. But if I can't afford the veterinary care that he might end up needing, I'll have to find another place for him. And if no one can take him, then I'll just have to get him. Well, I mean, if he's okay, I can keep, you know, just keep him. But I don't, you know, I just don't know. I don't know. Just talking aloud, my friends said just send him back to the person who gave him to me. They're asking me if I'm feeding him the same stuff they are feeding him. I can't afford to feed him that. It's really expensive. I do give them a mixture, but I bulk up on the pony pellets as well. And they get so much. And the thing is like, you can only do your best. You know what I mean? And he's happy. That's the thing. He has settled in. I don't think he's been happy for a while. I think he was being hunted because he was being hunted by her horses. She took him from this person that had neglected him, obviously. And she takes very, very good care of her horses. They're in excellent condition. But her mares were hunting him. And then that's what was happening to him here as well. But that's where he had Penny. And that worked out really well. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just talking. You know, horses are expensive as it is, and then when you get horses with needs, and like I'm the sort of person that if I make a lifetime commitment to the horses that are not rehomable, if that makes sense, that you can't sell. Dog's running around up there. I don't know if you can see him. I think he's hiding another bone. I gave him this massive bone the other day. And then he eats them. He gets them out and he eats them and they stink. It's almost like I need to stop giving him bones, let him eat all the bones he's got, and then just give him a bone and maybe he'll eat it. But he's just want to, look at him. Yep. He's got his big bone. Did you get your bone, darling? Did you get your bone? Hey, my boy. Oh, you did good, didn't you? He's so clever. He just follows, because he's on a property like this, he's just not restricted in that way. It's interesting to watch his behaviours, and I don't believe he was starved. He's certainly not food aggressive at all. I just think he lacked clear. He went through so many owners that by the time I got him, he was an excitable mess and he lacked discipline. He's going really well. A car drove along and he chased it and he barked at it and I called him back. He came straight back. I told him he was a very good boy. I'll just he's taking the bone off down the driveway. He's gonna eat it. I think he's stopping and eating it. I won't bother him. So, okay, well, they're all eating, and I've been really quick. I don't know what's wrong, because the other family members got sick after being up here, and I don't know if it's something in the water. And I had a hose attached to the water. I cut that, and I'm going to need to disinfect it, because I think drinking out of a hose isn't good, and the hose, and that hose was put in a horse bucket. See, that one's got its own dedicated hose. And that does sit in the horse bucket, but it just stays there, and then it's on at the moment. Yeah, so, because this paddock doesn't have water. She's so beautiful, those girls. So I always made the commitment that when Tuppy and Diani, Cleo and Penny, not in this order because that's not the order I got them in obviously, would never be rehomed because they're not rehomable. And for many reasons. And Diani had a broken leg when she was 3 months old, and I would never let her go anywhere else because she'd would have ended up being lame. She was an amazing horse. If I needed to, I could sell any of the Brumbies and possibly Ruby. But, you know, sorry for the vertigo. Halo and Ava, they don't like people. They were trapped in the wild. They don't mind me, They're pretty good, and I wouldn't do it to them. I wouldn't send them to another home. I could make money on both of them, particularly Halo. Everyone loves Palominos, but I don't think that's fair on them. Whereas the boys, easy peasy. Paddy's just so user-friendly, you probably can't even see them. Right up the back, and Ruby's there. They're all so friendly now. Well, Banjo's can be standoffish, but he's quite handleable, whatever the word is. And anyway, so yeah, look, hopefully Arthur will just pull through this. And I was having to dump hay at one point, and they were getting fed once or twice a day because I was just all day at the hospital, out for hours, leaving in the morning, coming back when it was dark, and that would have had an effect on him. But still, when I had Cleo, she was very thin. She was only getting fed twice a day. She might have got 3 feeds a day at the very beginning and then twice a day, and she still steadily put on weight. Because it's not, more quantities of smaller feeds more frequently is better than 2 larger feeds, but sometimes if you don't live with them, 2 feeds is good. I love her. So I don't know, I'm just rambling on. This is what happens when you live on your own and you run temperatures and you're on your own. No, my phone's dirty, I can tell, it's all foggy. You're a good girl. Anyway, the girls are enjoying getting the extra feeds. Because I am around at the moment, I was supposed to take my family member back for a specialist appointment, but I was so sick last night. I kept running temperatures at night. I don't have COVID. Anyway, okay, Arthur MacArthur, I promise whatever I do, I have a duty of care to you. I hate to see him not putting on the weight. And maybe it's just that much harder because he was just so thin. I don't know, but I would have expected a more significant difference by this point of abundant pasture and being fed every day, and usually being fed several times a day or even 4 or 5 times a day, but at worst case scenario once a day. Still, I have thought of giving him lucerne hay, but his teeth, yeah. And he has, I know I cracked on about that one feed, but he's also got other feeds there that are very, very good for weight gain and stuff like that, plus the pony pellets. So, there should be no problem. I've put weight on horses before. I understand what they need to put on weight and how much he's eating. I tell you, if in 2 weeks' time I'm going to compare this video to another video, and there needs to be a significant difference, I just need to go and get his wormer. I thought I had some, and I'm sure I've got some somewhere around. I can't find it, so I'm going to go and get some more of this. I always have wormers on hand, but there's a particular one that I want that covers encysted strongles. And the best time to do them is autumn and spring, because that's when they travel to and from the intestines. Oh, well, that's good. You're not giving him too hard a time. Sorry that the film's a bit foggy. I need to clean the camera, but yeah, I'll clean it before the next one of this. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.